Ooh, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. GoodTimesWithScar here, and welcome back to the wonderful worlds of hermits and crafting. And we're flying through Tango's absolutely amazing base. And sometimes it's funny when I look at gigantic, beautiful builds. Sometimes it's only the littlest details that I absolutely love. And these hanging lanterns, these are my absolute favorite thing on this base. I just feel like that really ties it together. It's like, dang, that's absolutely amazing. And of course, the Frozen Princess prank, which has a Vex prank, can never be removed. It's a true fact. True facts. Anyway, look at this awesome tunnel that Tango has constructed to enter the community area with fire and all sorts of cool things. I'm absolutely loving that. Anyway, welcome back to the community area. And as you can see, the community area is completely free of all scaffolding. It just opens up the entire Hermit Hollow to look absolutely stunning. When I look at this thing, I'm like, how did we achieve this together? Like, I don't even get it. It's absolutely astounding that, that we started at one point. Wow, I missed my mark there. I missed my mark, that's fine. But I cannot believe we started with a solid block, and from that we have created this beautiful Hermit Hollow, and it just fills me full of inspiration taking a look at it, and also a shiver. Also a shiver goes through my spine, but that's okay. Man, yeah, this is insane, and could not have been done without you guys. There is no chance on some of those dark nights that if it wasn't for you guys, this would never have got done. I'm just like chipping away. I'm like, it's for the viewers. And I'm so happy you guys liked it. That just makes it all very much worth it. Look at this. We even got little zombie friends down here hanging out, doing the zombie things. Hello, zombies. How are you guys doing? Good, great. Well, you can go down there and die. Thank you very much. Anyway, so yeah, this thing is fabulous now that we finally got the scaffolding removed. And that leads us to down below, because this area, wow, you're everywhere. You guys are everywhere today. Look at you, trying to bash me with blocks and swords. Oh, surprise! Oh my gosh! Okay, every time I kill a set of these, they level up. Seriously, it's a true fact. I killed the two up there. They didn't have any weapons. Come down here, they got a sword and they got a block. Turn over there, and they're coming in with armor and everything. It's getting a little spooky down here. I gotta get out. Anyway, inside this room, of course, is our next project within the community area. We transform it into a crystal cave finally. Because once I finally got that tree done, I can come in here now. And this, of course, is going to be our shop and all of those things. But you guys remember, we got all these awesome slime heads from Cubs Farm the other day. And I've been meaning to place these down here because each one of these represents all of the slimes that we destroyed in the creation of Hermit Hollow. Anyway, guys, I'm loving it here, and I hope you guys also enjoyed it, but it's time to head back to Scarlandia and finish the CDF so that we can finally work on the landscaping around Scarlandia. So in our last episode here, I showed you guys how this was an actual kind of working space. I had all these boxes kind of arranged where I knew everything was, and I was actually making some progress getting all my different, dyes and materials together. But now it is an entire mess over here. It feels like the chest monsters have escaped and disorganized it all. And got a bit of a problem because all of these are a disaster, but let's see if we can grab some stuff. So the first thing we do need is a bunch of our gray powder here. And Asuma the other day was like, Scar, have you used that shulker system that I created for you? And I'm like, no. So at some point, I have a feeling that I'm going to log on and Azuma packed all this up into the shulker system, which I'd actually really appreciate. But yeah, we're okay. We've got this. Once we finish this build and we get the landscaping done in this area, we're going to work on Scar Tower and everything will finally come together in this project. This is a huge project with so many moving parts that it's sometimes difficult to kind of make sure you get everything done, right? Like it's something you have to have a bit of a vision for. When you think of it like a large scale project with this, you gotta kind of fill in with your imaginations the areas before they're fully done to kind of visualize how it'll all flow together. And sometimes that could be a little tricky, but I think we've done pretty good together on that. And eventually, within the next couple episodes, all this hard work will start to pay off. I promise you that. Okay. I think we've got everything. Do we have the quartz box? That's our main box. Perfect. Okay. So I think we have everything. So who's ready to get building? Because I'm definitely ready. Materials in hand, and up and away we go to the top of the tower. So the first thing we want to do up here is kind of get the layout, and that's what I've been working on, is trying to kind of establish where we're going to take this design. So one of the things that I figured is we're going to go about 2 blocks of gray right here. And then from there, we're going to take these gray pillars, very similar to what we have down there, going straight up. And I think I'm figuring about 17 blocks. And of course, this is going to be done on all the sides. And then at the very top, they're going to crisscross, making the helipad, and the helicopter is going to sit on top of it. It's going to be amazing. Super, super excited. So why don't we grab some materials and let's get busy. So first thing we're going to need a lot of is a whole bunch of cyan. And of course, we're going to need some gray concrete and a little bit of light and just a smidge of green. So why don't we grab just a few stacks of each, and we'll kind of figure out where we're going together, and then we'll get to that magic. I'm super excited about some of the little details we're going to put on this build, because sometimes you can build a gigantic thing in Minecraft, but it's the smallest details, like I said about Tango's build, that's what makes it special. And I think that's what we're going to achieve today. And it's something to never lose sight about, is gigantic things aren't necessarily good. So they got to have those small details that tie it all together. Alrighty, my friends, let's see where we're going to bring this. So let's start over here for now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut back a little bit, right? I'm just going to cut back a little bit. And I'm going to put these blocks up here. Now we are wasting a little bit of gray. Ooh, no, we're not. Oh, okay. I thought we were going to be wasting concrete there. I was going to save a little bit. Apparently not. I'm pinching pennies over here. Okay, good. So we've got that established there, looking super fancy. Now it's this block right here that we're going to take upwards. So from that block right there, we're going to bring these up 17 blocks into the sky. And I'm just getting a really rough layout. It's super important to just do like one section of this together, just kind of establishing things. And this helps, you know, kind of avoid mistakes, because that's kind of what we strive to do, is avoid mistakes, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place that. I'm actually pull this. Yeah, I'm going to pull this back one more block like that. Beautiful. Very nice. And then I'm going to take this guy. And what I'm looking towards is having this be 1, 2, and then on this back plate right here, this is where we start bringing in a little bit of our cyan. There we go. The old reliable cyan. Cyan is like the most reliable block in Minecraft for building. You could use it for modern. You could use it for medieval. You can use it for whatever you want. Wow, the sun just came out. Wow. It's a big day, guys. The sun here in the Northwest has come out. All of a sudden, I just see sun rays flowing out, and it's like, so beautiful. I love it. All right, there we go. And let me take just a little bit of green, and I'm going to run that into the center like that. Oh, I love it. I love it. So that's going to break up that box and give us a little extra dimensionality into it. I like it a lot. Now, this I'm not loving. I'm not loving this. Not loving that. Don't like that transition right there. I'm going to see if there's anything we could do about that. Potentially pull this up from the back like that. Could be. Still not loving that. I didn't realize that was going to be a connected texture. You know my thoughts on connected textures. Not having it. So, why don't we put some thought into that and see where it goes? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take up this column 17 blocks in the air and then build up this 11. So from this block all the way up 11, kind of see where it takes us. And that there is a good design. So let's take a little look here. One of the problems I was having was keeping each side symmetrical. So what I did was each one of these lines going upwards is symmetrical. So placing a marker on either end really helped me kind of frame up each side. And what I did was I pulled this out 2 blocks, placed down the green, and of course did the same over here. And I think that's really, really good. I love that design. So what that's giving us is a spacing of 2 here and 3 on the back side of the pillar. And of course those go up 17 blocks. And I think that's pretty cool. So I think we have the kind of fundamental design of this established. And one of the things people always ask for is tips on modern design. And my tip for modern design is that when you think of a build, like when you're building in modern, you got to be very minimalistic with a little touch of detail. And I think of it as cake. I think of it as like cake. When you eat your dinner, it should be, you know, all the proper things that you need for good nutrition. But then at the end, you get a little bit of cake, right? And that's the same thing with building. Is I think you got to be very careful not to over detail your build and get sick. because you don't want to eat too much cake or you get sick. Everybody loves cake, but you got to have cake in moderation. So I think of that as the same with detail, is you build something with a little bit of detail on the edges, but with a really good fundamental design in the center that is very minimalist. Does that make sense? Because that's kind of how I look towards these designs when I build, and everyone looks at it differently. So let me know what you guys think of when you're building modern designs. Maybe you don't think of it as in cake, but that's something that just helps me is, you want your fundamental design and then you want your detail to be incredibly sparing, but it's also the best and most tasty part of the design. Anyway, I'm loving this design. So what we're going to do now is we are going to build this up in super fast build mode. So hit it. End of super fast build mode, and as you can see, we have our walls set up and ready to go, which is getting me excited because, like we talked about in our last clip, when we talk about kind of the structure and the details are going to attach to this wall, and it's going to be amazing. So I've added these extra 2 little blocks right here because we're going to kind of expand up the pillar in just a moment. I'm going to grab my detailed Minecraft notes. You should see my notes that I do for Minecraft. They actually look kind of hilarious. Let's see here. So what we're going to work on now is we're going to start right about here. So I'm going to push this like so, and I'm going to save that block because I kind of want it. Actually, I'm going to save it. There we go. Grab it. Wow, Scar, good job on your breaking of the blocks today. You're doing really well. All I want is to save these extra blocks and not waste them. There we go. Congratulations. Was that so hard? It's a hard day. There we go. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start kind of building up this pattern for our upper level here. And I think this is gonna look really, really cool. We also need to plan out the windows. I don't have an exact plan on the windows. I might shoot over to a creative world and just see about what we can do with windows. Do we wanna have detail windows or do we wanna keep it simple? I'm leaning towards simple when it comes to windows on this level, whereas of course, let's see if I can find a reference. No references. But in the front of the building, they're highly detailed designs. So I want to kind of shy away a little bit from that because I want the cat and all the little details that we're going to build along here to be the main focal point. Okay, we've established kind of this basic design. So what I've got now in my inventory here is our lime blocks. Whoa, wait, that was a torch. That's confusing. Anyway, we got our grass blocks in here, and then let's grab our sugar blocks where we have our leaves. There we go. We got the birch, one of my favorite color variants. Curious to know, what is your favorite Minecraft leaf? I would say birch is my favorite leaf. Very versatile, of course. Also, you can use it any biome without the changing of the colors like oak or acacia. But I'm curious. What is your favorite Minecraft leaf? I want to know this, actually. I'm going to run this all the way across here because I want to see what it looks like once we kind of chop into this piece. I think it'll be okay. I think I'm going to actually like this kind of overhang piece that kind of hangs over. I think that's actually going to be pretty good. So I'm going to swoop up over here and give myself a little block there. Beautiful. And come off the back here like that. And did we make that even? Perfect, perfect. Very nice. Okay. Excellent. Very good. Man, we are rolling today, aren't we? We're getting so much done. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to grab out our grass blocks, and I'm just kind of showing you guys really the basics that we're working on. So the next level here is going to be grass. Now, the reason I do this is I'm trying to kind of keep it to a very modern kind of green city. Thinking in those terms, I think we've established these really, really cool green roofs. And of course, we put plants on them, different things like that. I just think they look cool. Like, they just look cool having like a green roof on top of a very kind of modern, shiny, industrial design. Softening it up with a little bit of organics, I think goes a long way in the design. So let's grab a couple of these guys out. Beautiful, wonderful, awesome. And then we can kind of run these along here. And off camera, I'll come through here and I'm going to put carpet and of course a piece of glowstone there just to keep everything light and bright and keep all them creepers at bay. There we go. Beautiful, wonderful, awesome. And we'll just run that all the way across like that. And that's kind of the general design. And I think that looks absolutely fantastic. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'll probably have to cut this down, is we need to take these pieces, so this one right here, and we need to start running them across like that. And let's shoot over here. and then we'll connect these two together. So we'll pull these together like that, and then sneak over here. And of course, we'll run this all the way down and connect with those, similar to what we've done here. Now, what that's gonna allow us to do is in the center, that's where we're gonna make our helicopter platform. It's gonna be amazing. I can't wait to get to that helicopter. So let me hit super fast build mode one more time, complete that roof, and we can finally get to the helicopter and the cat. End of super fast build mode, and look at that beautiful roof we've got. In just a little bit, we're gonna get our helicopter platform up there and the helicopter, but before that, we've got to build the cat. That is right. This, of course, is the CDF, the Cat Defense Force, or otherwise known now as the Creeper Detention Facility. So let's take a quick peek inside before we do that. As you can see, the windows are arranged up on the side, so I think they're looking fairly decent. The back side might change that a little bit. 100% not sure about that, but this is kind of funny, okay? Look at the wall here. It looks like there's some really random pieces of dirt, but there's actually a rhyme and a reason for these particular things, because these mark out where the cat's head goes. These are the specific words that we're going to write. So let's drop our box down and get busy. So first thing we're going to do, my friends, is we're going to, hold on, I need one more resource. There we go, awesome. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to spell out CDF. And this whole episode is kind of revolves in a way around what we talked about at Tango's, is you can build, gigantic things, but it's when you bring in those little tiny details, it's just what really sets the whole thing off. And I've been trying to give you guys a little bit more building tips. You guys have been asking for them, so I hope you're enjoying. I'm trying. Maybe they're no good, but I'm trying. Let's see, I'm gonna drop this, or wait, come on now. There you go. So what we're doing is we're trying to spell out CDF. So we've got what looks like a C. Wait, I always do this the opposite side, and now I'm breaking my walls. I always do this the opposite. I mean, come on now. See, I did it again. I did it again. All right, now it's fine. All right, then we'll put that right there. Boom, that's a C, and it's looking awesome. So then I'm gonna sneak over here, and I am going to grab that, and I'm gonna put that right there. Beautiful. So since we last talked, actually, we went and got a Christmas tree. Unfortunately, this Christmas, I didn't get a chance to film the Christmas tree video where we go to the farm and we cut it down out of the forest. Just wasn't able to do it this year. This year has been pretty hard, and we just had to go and just get it now. Hopefully next year we can do the video. And if you haven't seen my video from last year, I highly encourage you to check it out. If I remember, I'll try to put it in the description. And it's really fun. We went to the farm, we cut it down. It is super fun to do that. There we go. And then I'm gonna put that, and there we go. Looking good. And let's push ourselves back a little bit. Bam, the CDF. That's how we do. All right, the moment you've all been really waiting for today, and I know you've been waiting for this, it's time to build a cat. This is gonna be really actually a lot of fun. So I've got the nose, I've got the kind of the fur, and of course I've got the eyes, and I need white for the eyes. There we go, beautiful. And I think that is all we need. Hold on, we actually need some light gray, so we'll just grab that because that cat needs a mouth. That cat needs a mouth. And on the weekend, we're definitely going to make a short trip over to the NHO jungle and to try to find an additional ocelot, because I do not have the black and white cat, which is the actual CDF, because it looks like a Secret Service agent. So we're going to totally do that. Those cats, like every HermitCraft season now, I've been looking for one, and they don't want to be my friend, which makes me sad, but we're going to make him be my friend this weekend. Let's see. Okay, that's looking good, except for the fact that it's off by 1. Where's it off by 1? Hold on, let me jump up here real quick. Let's see, that's 3. Let me shoot over here. Boom. Okay. All that planning I did a little bit ago, all that planning for what? For a failure. There we go. Let's put that down. Beautiful. That's how we roll, my friends. All right, now we'll take the pink concrete and we're gonna run that across there like so. So I think that's good. I'm liking that. And then I'm going to take, hold on, I'm going to hold off putting the blocks that I'm going to put right here for now. I'm going to place 2 dirt blocks for now. And then I'm going to shoot up on the top here, and I'm going to drop down a little bit of eye material. Beautiful, wonderful, awesome. I'm going to sneak in just a little bit on the sides, and I'm going to scaffold up just a little higher. And then we're going to run a little more black on the top. Boom and bam. And we have ourselves some cat ears. Wait, those are ears in the center. I wonder if they'd look better on the sides. Yeah, I think that looks fine for now. We'll play with it a little bit. And then I'm going to drop this out, and I think I'm going to push that in by 1, and I'm going to push that in like that. Okay. I was going to do light gray here and here, but I think it actually looks better this way. It just gives it a little extra dimensionality, and I think that is actually perfect. So let's clear our scaffolding, and let's see what this thing looks like from afar. So let's push out a little bit here, and we'll round the corner. And bam, that's how we do. Look at that cat. Looking absolutely amazing. All the creepers here in HermitCraft have all just had a shiver. They had a shiver. And that's fantastic. I love it. I love it. Okay, so let me get the windows all set up and ready to go. And I'm going to start working on our helipad at the top. And let me grab some of these resources before we lose them. And then let's shoot up to the top. So what I want to do as far as the helicopter platform, well, I'm in the bushes. So I'm going to put a little bit of black concrete in a square going across here. I'm going to do a little white H in the center. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it in glowstone, and I'm going to put trapdoors on top of it. I think that'd look fantastic. All right, so I got stuff to do, so let me do that, and I'll be right back. And there we go. We've got our cat on the side of the buildings and a brand new helipad on the top. That thing is looking absolutely fantastic. Let's take one more swing around the front of the building and see the cat in all of its glory, watching out over Scarlandia, keeping Bob the building inspector at bay. Look at that thing, absolutely fantastic. And we'll shoot up to the top here and make a soft landing on our brand new helipad. Ah, I love it. So this is the H. It's got some glowstone under it to light it up, but I think I'm actually going to change it because I've got a really cool idea for a landing gear on the helicopter, and we could swap that out for maybe yellow carpet, potentially. What do you think about yellow? It might be nice. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, we'll do that. I think that'll look really cool. And of course, we're going to build up our helicopter, which I'm a little bit apprehensive about because I'm not super great at making vehicles. So if it looks terrible, please be nice to me. Maybe we could call in false. False, we need you. Anyway, so my thoughts are that we'll take out some dirt just to get ourselves started here. And we'll probably push it up about 2 blocks. So it's just kind of hovering over the platform, which I think could look really cool. Or we could actually build it way higher, but I think just like right above the platform, I think will look pretty cool. So it'll just kind of just landing on the pad, I think will be nice. And just to get started here, we're just going to start dropping down some blocks. So we'll take this out. We'll take this out about 9. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's just over the platform. So what I'm going to do, yeah, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to push 1 there, and I'm going to slice off the back here. Beautiful. That's how we do. There we go. And I'm going to cut that out like so. And then shooting back here, I'm trying to decide here. So I think, like I said, I get a little worried. So I think when you do get into like a creative block when you're working with something like this, is you got to work on the basic structure. Don't get ahead of yourself. Don't add a windshield. Don't add a prop on the back. Just build a basic box, and from that, just start extruding and carving out little details here and there. And I think that's what we're gonna do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push that up like so. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of come back here a little bit and bring it up like that. Maybe just start kind of making a little bit of a doorway in the spot. So say we open this doorway as like 2 blocks, and then we come back like this. I think this is good. Like I'm actually having a good feeling about this at this point. I'm feeling good about this. So then that's 2 blocks. Let's push this back to 3. Beautiful, wonderful, awesome. And then I'm gonna make this just a little bit thicker. Open that up. Beautiful, wonderful, awesome. Bam, that's how we do. That is how we do. I know this doesn't look like much, but you gotta see it in your mind, the basic structure. Break everything down into boxes and little details like that. And then you can start kind of seeing how things are going to flow. When you look at something you wanna make, look at it and try to really break it into like a grid. See if it's all like a box, a circle, a triangle. And that's when you can kind of see things and you're like, okay, that's not as complicated as I thought. I can do that. That's what I can do. And I actually feel kind of good about this, actually. This is fantastic. All right, so I'm going to jump over here and take a look. I know it's hard to see at first, but once you really get into it, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of this. I'm just gonna pull this forward a little bit. There we go. See, I wanna add a little extra kind of color contrast through here. I think that's gonna look nice. And let's actually grab some half slabs and some stairs. Beautiful, wonderful, awesome. There we go. And let's see. So say we start like right here, and then maybe down here we can push this like so and have it hang over the platform ever so slightly. I think that could look really, really cool. And then off of this point, maybe we start kind of building up these pieces. There we go. There we go. That's looking cool. And let's just scaffold back up here a little bit and kind of look at this from above. Okay, so in theory, this could be our, let's say these are our windows. And then this is kind of like our glass kind of sticking forward. So right up here is where I want to add my top. So I think I'm going to go off of this block right here and start bringing the top of the helicopter back. There we go. This is fantastic. Like I said, this is truly how to do it. You just start making in these really basic squares and eventually things will come together. I know it looks a little hokey at this point. That's how it works. That's how it works. Everything looks horrible and in building or in art or anything at first, and you just want to throw it away. But if you just stick with it a little longer, you'll make it. You'll make it. So then on this back section, of course, we'll pull that back maybe a good 6-7 blocks. What is that? The tail rotor, I think. I'm not super up on the helicopter lingo, if you will. Maybe there's a helicopter expert in the comments who could fill me in. So yeah, I think that's good. Give me 1 second. Let me start working on this back section and figuring out exactly how we're going to do our windshield. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh gosh, where did you come from? Oh, I am going to have the cat defense force on you, or I'm going to take you myself. Yeah, I'm going to take you myself, Bob the Creeper Building Inspector. That's right, that's how we do. Wow, that guy gave me a fright. Oh man, it must have happened when I flew out, kind of looked from a distance, and then came back in. He must have spawned in that amount of time on the back there. Wow, that gave me a fright. And our helicopter is definitely coming together. So we'll land down here. I don't know why. Landing under the helicopter there, kind of banging into it, reminds me of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. When Clark drives the family truckster under the log truck. I got that on my mind. It's almost Christmas. Come on now. All right. So as you guys can see, we're starting to get these details down. The back tail is looking super fantastic. I love the shape. Now, of course, we need to make the little spinner propeller and, of course, the fins and whatnot back there. And then, of course, the little landing gears down below. So let's just kind of dive into it. So we have these blocks going across, and there's about 6 of them. And I think I'm going to go right below there. Yeah, I'm going to go right below there. I'm going to start here. I'm just going to run that across there like so. Beautiful. That should be just about the same on the other side. And then I'm going to scaffold up just a little bit. And one thing I would love to do, and I'm going to see, maybe I'll just do it now. No, I don't have the right materials. I don't have an end rod. Well, I'll do it anyway, and then we can get an end rod later. I want to do one of the little hooks, like that comes out of the helicopter, that if you're rappelling somebody down, say you got a cat, like all in a harness heading down to get some creepers, you know, tactical mode cat. Yeah, that's what we have. Oh, I want to see a tactical mode cat. If you guys want to do any fan art, I want to see this building with a helicopter and a cat rappelling down, or you could just do the cat rappelling, you know, whatever you want. I want to see your imagination take over and make me a cool little picture for this, because I think that would be really cool. So yeah, I think that looks fantastic. Still, what? Oh, your redstone torch. I was like, why is there red stuff? I am confused. Let's go make some panes real quick. And I'm super excited because I really think this thing is coming out cool. I was really hesitant at first because these things always scare me. I'm just not super great at small little vehicles like this. Look at this, we got room in here. Let's put 2 trapdoors like so, and then let's jump down and see how this is looking. I think I'm gonna go down here. Yes, there we go. Yeah, that looks fantastic. And then we'll swoop over here and we'll add 2 more of those. This is the point when we start adding the detail. This is when we start kind of looking around for potential locations for a little more detail. And then let's run that all the way across. One should be shy of the back. Perfect. Awesome. Do I have the thing? Yes, I do. Perfect. So then let's take our scaffolding and then let's rise ourselves to the top. And I think I've already marked it out. Yes. So this is where the rotor is going to go, right? So what I'm going to do, I need 2 of these. Shoot, because I just realized No, this actually should work. Yeah, no, this will work. This will work. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to place that down, and eventually I think I'm going to take actual stone slab and put it on top like that. I think that looks good for the rotor. Now, what we're going to do for that is we're going to take out some iron trapdoors, and let me come up just a little bit to here, and I'm going to go out, let's say that's 1, and that'll be a 2. I think I'm going to go out to 4. So that's 1, 2, and then 3, 4. Okay, perfect. And I'm going to scaffold up, and I'm going to push this to 3. Yeah, there we go. That's what we're going to do. So then 3, and then you guessed it, it's going to be 2. That's right. And yep, you guessed it again. It's going to be 1. Perfect. So then we're going to do that. How many more times? 3 more times? Yeah, 3 more times. Perfect. So what would be the rotation? Would this be going this way, or would that be going this way? Huh, that's a good question. Which angle would actually look better if the next one are these angling towards the back or to the front? Huh, I didn't think of that when I built that. I was like, huh, but I think that's a general shape that we can go off of. Yeah, I like that a lot. I think that's actually a perfect shape. Still don't know what to do about you back there. But look at this thing. This thing's looking amazing. I love it. So also while we're here, why don't we just do this real quick? I think this rotor design landing gear is gonna be amazing. So let's pull this out like that, and then drop this down below. There we go. That's what I was envisioning when we started. This is the only thing I was thinking about was making this. And I think it came out pretty darn cool. So that's the reason why I might change the H to yellow carpet. So now you know. Now you know. And of course I want to add an end rod to that. Just little areas to add a little extra light to it. But yeah, I think that is absolutely amazing. So let me think about that back section a little bit more. But I think this helicopter is coming out, so a little more work, and we're gonna wrap this up. It's done. Look at that awesome helicopter. I'm actually a little bit surprised that this came out the way it did, because plan B was just not gonna have a helicopter, and it was just gonna be a helipad. And I think we actually made something really cool together, which is amazing. And I think going off of some of the stuff we talked about, you know, starting with just a basic structure and then slowly but surely adding more and more detail to it is the way to go with these things. Don't start with the headlights before you put, you know, the structure together. And I think that is really, really looking good. It's got like a Blackhawk feel a little bit to it, but it's got a little futuristic edge to it. There's some more details I'd like to install inside. And of course, we got to put a cat. Maybe we could even get a creeper in there somehow. And I think that's looking really cool. One thing I also thought about adding to the helicopter was at the very top. See how I have these carpets up here? Well, I was going to show you. Now I'm in a bush. But I was going to show you this. Maybe adding black and green as the top of the actual wings, because I was looking at some, not wings, but the rotor. I was looking at rotors, and some of them do have colors, like they'll put like red and white stripes or something, and they make like a cool little pattern. Potentially on the corners, we do like a light green and a black or something. It might look really cool and kind of tie into the whole creeper theme. But let's do one more pass over our helicopter. Wow, look at that thing. It is definitely looking amazing. I'm loving that thing. Probably the best vehicle I ever created. I'm sorry, I'm just really happy because I'm not good at making those things, and it came out fantastic. Anyway, so we've got the top up here. We've got the CDF. We've got the cat on there. I'm loving every minute of it. These are the details that bring things together. It's kind of what the tops of some of these buildings kind of miss, so maybe I'll add something along those lines to it. Add some more details. But there we go, guys. I'm really happy with today. I think we got some amazing things done. We've got the CDF installed. We got the cat and the helicopter. Man, I'm so happy you guys joined me today. I had a blast, and I hope you did also. And if you believe the videos are the rating, that would be much appreciated. And until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar, and we'll see you later. And don't forget to subscribe, because you may just become scarred for life.